Do, man, it's your boy Battle Truth coming to you live and direct from the Battle Truth headquarters. Let's get right off into this, man. Chris Paul and James Harden is beefing heavy now that the season is over, man, for them, and trade talks and stuff and going on. Now it seems like when the season is over, people in the comfort of their own home, they ain't got to see they teammates and stuff until the season start up again, and secrets that we once seen brewing during the season, or what we speculated or heard that got let out of camps and things like that, are now firing away. So what's being reported is that Chris Paul is unhappy in Houston with James Harden. James Harden is demanding that the Houston Rockets allegedly make a decision on who they want. Pick one, me or Chris Paul, because we both can't stay. Especially since James Harden felt like Chris Paul blasted him and threw him under the bus. So he figured he gonna blast back. You ain't finna make me look like I'm this and that. How do I feel about this? I blame the Rockets. I blame the Rockets for this situation. And let me tell you why I blame the Rockets for this situation. James Harden was put in a position to be the point guard of that team. After having career breakout numbers and being the point guard before Chris Paul got there, the man with the whole season averaging a triple-double as a point guard. A triple-double as a point guard. So why would you bring in another point guard when only one point guard could be on the team at once? Why would you bring in another one? Well, this is exactly what he did. They did. They brought in another point guard, which is Chris Paul, which makes no sense. If your point guard, James Harden, just ended the season averaging a triple-double in the point guard position, average for the whole year a triple-double, why would you bring in another point guard? That's not the position that you need, even though Chris Paul could do it all. But what happens is you got two guys who dominate and play with the ball, who play on the ball. Neither one of them like to play off the ball. James Harden need the ball to operate. Chris Paul need the ball to operate. James Harden slow down the offense. Chris Paul speed up the offense. The only way this thing is work is choosing one. It's choosing one. Which means what they arguing about now shouldn't have never even happened anyway. If you got a point guard who's successful in that field, why bring in another point guard? That could only work, but it don't get you to the top, where we see them continue to get defeated and beat by the Golden State. Because it may work through the season, but it don't win championships. It do not win championships. And this is why they beefing and having that problem. Because one of them has to go. When you watching them play ball and stuff, James Harden doing his thing while Chris Paul watching. Then Chris Paul got the ball, Chris Paul doing his thing while James Harden watching. Neither one of them is happy when the other one got the ball. Anybody could see that. That's why that never made no sense to me. That didn't make no sense to me at all. Why would you bring in another point guard when you already got a point guard who just averaged a triple-double for the year? That's stupid. That right there is a no-brainer. That's just stupid. It will not get you over the hump to win the championship. Especially when you're seeing both of them abandoned their anchor, which is Capella. Which is one of the reasons why they couldn't beat Golden State neither. They trying so hard to outdo each other for the spot. They abandoned the anchor that was needed to get them over the hump. Capella, your big man. That's how Toronto just beat Golden State. Not having a three-point shootout with them, but damaging them with all high percentage shots. Nobody shoots 50% as a team from the field. Nobody does. So you got to go with your percentages. Since nobody shoots 50% from the three, let Golden State and them shoot their threes. We're going to beat them with all high percentage shots when we know for every two that we make it 3 times in a row, they got to catch up with us. They beat them shooting 2-pointers. They beat them shooting 2-pointers and dominating them in the paint. That's how Golden State always been weak at. and always would have lost that if team would have played like that. It's crazy. I'd be screaming at the top of my lungs watching them play sometimes. Like, how ain't nobody getting this? You don't. Why are you playing Golden State ball doing three-pointers? The odds gonna surely weigh in their favor playing like that. You can't beat them like that. You got to beat them with all high percentage shots in the paint. Let them shoot the threes. Nobody shoots 50%. That means the odds play in your favor when you taking high percentage shots. They got to be the one playing catch up from first quarter to the fourth. Because while they trying to shoot three-pointers, nobody shoots 50%. I mean, they going to miss over half. And if y'all doing high percentage shots, y'all going to hit over half. And that's how Toronto beat them. They dominated in the paint. And they took high percentage shots. And they beat them. That's how they beat them. And that's the thing that hurted Chris Paul now. They trying to play Golden State ball. Chris Paul, James Harden are shooting all these threes. That one time, they missed like 27 three-pointers in a row. That's Golden State ball. Of course y'all going to lose that. They got three marksmen. Durant, Clay, and Curry. Three marksmen. Ain't going to happen. And that's what hurt them. They wasn't even using Capella. Golden State has no answer for Capella. He's dominant down there, but he need a point guard to give him the ball. But they don't want him to get the credit for being the key to the success of winning in that series. Them two wanted it, and they ended up being defeated and lost. Then the same thing hurt the OKC when they went up against Golden State. While Westbrook and Durant trying to play Golden State ball, they did not capitalize on the mismatch that Cantor and Adams had going against Golden State, and them boys just needed somebody to feed them, to dominate them in the paint. And they lost. They always lose trying to play Golden State ball. And that's what Chris Paul and James Harden did. And why they can't coexist together. Because you got 2 point guards who dominate with the ball, and neither one of them can play off the ball. This your boy Battle Truth. It ain't my judgment that's in question, it's yours. If you had to choose between James Harden and Chris Paul, who would you keep and who would you let go? And would you have ever brought Chris Paul to the Houston Rockets, seeing that James Harden was having a career year as a point guard, averaging a triple-double a season?